Welcome, everyone, to 2K Sports. We've got something special for you tonight. Added to the roster for this one, some collegiate players will be out there as well. A great chance for them to prove themselves. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy.
Go.
And so off the tip, it's Albuquerque. Here's Peterson. And it's Adebayo in the corner. They set the screen. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Here's Leonard. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall.
Such a strong wing. Quad can more than handle his own down low.
Here's Lindenborg. The three-pointer, no good.
Close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Bason. Nice move. Here he goes. And Lindenborg missing.
With a long-armed and broad shoulders, Yaxel Lindenborg has a first-team All-NBA name, and his skill level stands out as well. At 6'9", able to pass, handle, and shoot, he is multi-talented.
Here's Peterson after Doncic's bucket. Lets it go from 14. And Lindenborg missing. And the right side.
Go, go, go!
And Randall throws it down.
Emphatic finish by Randall. I love when he's forceful around. What's the score?
And the officials created the illegal screen right there.
In the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by.
Screen! Box out!
And no good to start the night, missing his first attempt there. That's a 2 for Randall. And all in that time before dropping in. Randall's got his second bucket. Here's Peterson. It's good for one.
Zero issues for Peterson from beyond the arc. He's got such good work on that game. Because this guy is active.
And Albuquerque making a change here.
First team foul. In for Albuquerque.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. That's the Walton. Fires the three. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Leonard attacking there.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
And Boozer gets it to go.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not unbelievable.
Good on the three-point shot.
And there's no shortage of fight in Doncic. He's a counter-puncher. Hit him with the three, and he is right back at it.
And the basket by Walton.
Defense has to be more wary of his willingness to kick it out. They got burned there.
And here's Leonard from 3. Drops in the tray. Leonard's got 7 points in the game.
You see the comparison in Leonard matching the three from the other end.
Substitution on the court.
First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Farmall. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. Here's Randall. Left side, Leonard. Inside. Smith. Misses in close. Gibson for three. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so the first quarter is in the books. The New Orleans Pelicans up by 7. We've got... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
High post shot. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. London Boards got his first points of the game. And that one's in his first shot this game.
Intelligent call there by Green, using the pick and roll to shake up the defense and find a shot.
Yeah, well, that's on the defense. They got to put out a little more effort to keep that.
And the layup's good off the glass.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off. That's how Draymond plays defense.
Albuquerque shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. That's good from Gibson. And Albuquerque making a change here. And both free throws good from Gibson.
Well, you see why teams try to avoid fouling him. You're basically giving away points.
Pull up kick.
And not allowing him to get an inch of breathing room on all of it.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And that one off the back of the rim and in. Gibson's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it's over, everybody's happy.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead. Here we go. Maybe it is showtime.
And with every swat, Damon is earning a reputation as a shot blocker.
22.
Here's Peterson.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
There's the drive to the middle. And the rejection by Bird. And stolen by Adebayo.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
To stand multiple defensive selections for Bam Adebayo.
Well, look, Kevin, Bam Adebayo has 3 key things for a defender. All right? He is smart, he is tough, and he is very, very versatile. He can guard virtually everyone on the floor at a given time.
There's a good screen. To Quinlan. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Albuquerque trails by 9. And the basket by Walton.
And look, that's just a guy getting to his spot and making the defense pay.
And it's Garnett at the elbow. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. Here's Gibson. Pass to London Board. Now Adebayo. And his third shot of the night. No good. 0 for 3.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the right shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
No good from Bird. And here they come. And here we go.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense. up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Pelicans up by 4. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Now here's Leonard. To the wing on the left. Here's Randall. Leonard on the wing. Great D that time from Walton. Albuquerque trails by 4. The whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Here's Peterson. 7 points in the game. The shot's good. Peterson's got 7 points in the game.
Really well out there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
Here's Walton. Outside, Adebayo. Pass to Peterson. Shot clock at 6. It's good. This game is all even. 9 points in the game so far.
A great touch from Peterson. Down low, a true three-level score. And with that size that Peterson plays with, it's almost as if he's cruising around that journey. You combine the instinct he has as a ball handler, and this young man is a problem.
Good job, Derek Peterson. Take the stage. Well, the defense was a little soft. He felt free to take that shot.
Here's Peterson. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. The 3 for Doncic. Luka hits the 3.
And the defense has to be aggressive with Luka from range. Give him any space, and he is looking to pull.
Here's Peterson. The kick out the wall.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
He moves. And Walton runs it down.
An aggressive move.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Bangs home the trifecta.
A skilled big Lindenborg has the ability to step out and shoot the floor. What a valuable skill. Start. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And so now a timeout called by Rick Carlisle. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Both teams will make substitutions. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Malawaj. He gets that one. Malawaj has got his first bucket in this one.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and quick.
Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
The all-around game of Doncic is impressive. A walking triple-double threat every night.
Pass to Malawaj. Jump to finish it off. Beauty.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the win, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
55 seconds left to the third.
Get going.
Randall's revenge the lead. Good on the triple. Randall's got 7 points in the game.
Well, hey, Randall possesses this kind of range. The defense has to at least find a shot.
You can see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Third team foul. At the line for two.
That free throw, no good.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And he sinks the second.
Well, you like the steadying presence a guy like Julius Randle gives a team. He's a reliable and experienced player others can lean on out there.
And saw where he was on the floor and had no problem knocking that down.
Timeout. And Larry Brown wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Green with the ball. Pass to Bird. Here's Bird with the three.
Just such great consistency on that jump shot. Even though he's not always squared up, Bird terrific in the catch and shoot.
Lets it go from deep. And here's Adebayo with the shot. The third quarter comes to a close. The Pelicans, they're up by 7. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And so here's Albuquerque. 7-point differential. Here's Gibson. It's alive. Who's down low? Kevin Garnett with the steal. And he lobs it up for the jam. And it's Quinlan with the jam.
And what a setup. He just has to reach up to throw down that.
Here's Gibson, and he could not get them one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Kevin Garnett, and the first one at the line is good.
And let's face it, every point matters in this league. You have to take advantage of these freebies.
And Albuquerque making a change here. And Adebayo sends it back.
This is what Adebayo is known for. An outstanding defender who protects the rim so well.
And the D's will now work there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Adebayo fires. And he misses the J. Garnett outside, and it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Garnett. And Larry Brown wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Albuquerque trails by 9.
Set up!
Driving to the basket. That one drops.
There it is. Put Peterson in that two-man game. So that young man go to work.
And they'll keep possession. No good there. And the call is going to be, yes, it is an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Can't get it to go. And Albuquerque with the possession. 7-point differential. Here's Peterson. Nifty move. He puts in the J.
No fear. Peterson wants to take and make.
So they foul intentionally.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Picked off in midair.
And you saw him gauging that pass there. He knew they were coming inside. And that's about the first defense. I can imagine a team playing down the stretch.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing. That's what you expect.
And when you get to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something off the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a coach streak.
And you watch Adebayo, he really has everything you could ask for from that 4-5 position. That's probably why he shoots such a high percentage. And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone was afforded.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You just got to keep taking great shots. Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the play.
And the whistle blows. That's his third foul of the game.
Substitution for Albuquerque.
And Albuquerque with the possession. This run now to 13-2. What an assist!
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
The orchestrator, Doncic knows where everyone is at all times and completely dictates the pace.
Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Off the glass.
You know, I really think he was ready to do whatever it took to get them a bucket.
Shot the game clock separated by 5. It goes!
Showing no hesitation and in a moment. Kawhi wants the ball when they need a bucket. That's right. No other option but to foul.
And no good is the first free throw missing for him. Let's see if he can hit the second. And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 3-point lead.
And it's all about the three right here.
Yeah, and when your opponent knows what you need, it makes it that much harder to find an opening.
It'll be Albuquerque's ball.
Albuquerque ball.
And now, an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Fifth personal foul. Fifth team foul.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
2 shots.
And he hits both free throws. So now it's a 5-point game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
And Larry Brown has the timeout. What's your take, guys?
Licking their wounds. It hasn't come together for them tonight.
But they're not going down without a fight. They'll keep game planning and playing until the final whistle.
And so Albuquerque